It's like I just died? Weird. Then blow up this one too? Yeah. My base and what they got. So, yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Oh well. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give up. You know, when I only have, like, cause, you know, I pretty well stream all that I play these days. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so you can go and look online, and like, what I've been playing the last couple weeks is like 3 to 5 hours over the entire week. On official PvP, that's just not enough. Especially with no tribe, no friends to help me out. Just me. Yeah. I don't know, don't get me wrong, it was entertaining. It was a bit entertaining, especially that first day where, you know, but say and maybe, you know, when if I end up with more time to play, maybe we'll give that another go, but or if I get anybody that wants to play with me. There's one buddy who who keeps talking about I worked with him about a year ago now. Doesn't seem that long ago, but it is about that long ago, who keeps talking about coming and playing with me, right? And if he were, because he tends to play more of your player versus player games, like your Call of Duty and those style games, a lot of your first person shooters and whatnot, MOBAs. Well, actually, I don't know if he does MOBAs. I think there was a MOBA that he was playing, but I don't know. But yeah, he keeps mentioning about possibly playing, but I don't know. We'll see. He's just had a new baby, and new babies take a lot of time, especially for a new parent. Like this is his first, and he's just a young guy. So I can only imagine how tired he is right now. But yeah. Whatever. Hey, what the? It's just not loading in, is it? There we go. Let's go check the tribe thing just to make sure nothing's... Yeah, nothing. Alright. So let's, huh. Do I have an Anki saddle on either? No. Okay. Do I have any Anki saddles just available, or do I need to make one? Do. Oh, yeah. You know, I'd like to do the PvP. I really, really would, especially in this game, because that's kind of like the way it's meant to be played, and I recognize that. Like, I really do. And I like the challenge of it. I like the... Basically get anywhere on PvP. Like, you know, the people that get ahead on PvP are playing like 5 hours a day, not a week. You know? Well, I guess realistically you don't need to play that much, but yeah, you need to be able to play like 2-3 hours every night, like nightly. And I don't have the time, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna arrange. Okay. All right. Oh, I guess I was quiet there for a bit, eh? Okay. Okay, do. And it's just one more? It's just this one up here? Alright. What the heck? Okay, there we go. No, back. Passive. Now this one can go away. Don't even need him out anymore. Oh. Excuse me. Jeez. Now watch my, like... No, okay. Done that before where I have my mic off the whole time. I haven't even... Yeah, I don't know. I really want to do PvP. Like, I really do. I really just wish I had the time to do it. Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Oh. this, man. Oh, wow. We're really stuck in there, are we? Alright. Don't lay down. Jeez. Really? Come on. Like, okay. Ready to mate, and you're... Breed. What? Oh, you're kidding me. So what about these ones? They've been just doing it too. God damn it. That's horrible. That means that, oh. That's what happens when you don't play very often. You get your stuff on. Oh well. So how long are you guys breeding? 8 hours. 5.5. So that ain't happening tonight, but hey, maybe tomorrow I can breed them. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Do. Okay, this was... What did it not have? I don't know. Give me your egg. Give me your egg. Eggs. There we go. Now we got enough eggs to make an omelet. Just kidding. I'm not making an omelet with these eggs. And none of them dropped anything, really? Because it is where you get that from, ain't it? I don't know, maybe I should look up a video for the Easter stuff. Oh no, I'm not. I'm thinking of Valentine's. Oh well. Got my events confused there for a moment. I was thinking this was the Valentine's event, not the Easter event. Easter event is just the eggs, I think. Ooh. Somebody's actually watching. Given that I haven't shared this off to my Facebook yet. Oh, never mind. I had a person watching for a second there. And like I say, given that I haven't shared it to my YouTube yet, or well, sorry, not shared it to my Facebook yet, it usually means that it's more of one of my PlayStation friends, or otherwise somebody who's finding it on PlayStation. Oops, why am I... Oh, because I'm retarded. Okay, cool. Alright, disable mating. Wow. Do I want more? Yeah, yeah. But the boy, slot 2 is the boy? Yeah. The boy can go away. Gender selective abortion. And hey, if there's nothing wrong with it in real life, why should there be anything wrong with it in a game, right? That sounded so awful. I shouldn't have even said that. Oh, well. But in truth, it does happen in real life. Not that I think it's acceptable or should happen. I don't think gender selective abortion is... Mind you, I'm not one to think that it's just a bundle of cells type person either, right? Like, I'm the type of person who believes a fetus is a baby. You know? Don't get me wrong, like, there are some rare circumstances that I totally understand abortion and whatnot, and even there, like, well, that's my personal view. I'm more than willing to compromise. My biggest issue with the whole abortion, pro-life, pro-choice debate is that different standards are applied depending on the gender of the person involved, right? Like, with the gender, if you're a man, your choice is to have sex or not. End of choice. If the woman gets pregnant and chooses to have the baby, you're responsible. End of story. No ifs, ands, or what. Because you made the decision to have the baby, blah. Yet, that isn't the same standard that's applied to women. Right? If you're a woman, well, it's your body, your choice. Well, hey, no. That's... If you're going to apply the standard... And like I say, me, I lean towards the standard of, you know, hey, the baby didn't choose to be there. The baby didn't choose to be, you know, you made the choice to engage in an activity that you knowingly knew could result, no matter what safety precautions you use, could result in a life. So you're responsible for that life, and that is kind of the. But like I say, if we're gonna allow abortion, and I can understand, I'm totally willing to make the compromise of, okay, look, if you're allowed, if we have the standard for women, then the same standard should be applied to men, and therefore, no man should ever be on the line for child support for a one-night stand. Period. End of story. Why? Because it's literally the same standard that's applied to women. If that's the standard, and that's what we're going to agree is the standard, okay, I can agree to that. But that means we need to apply that same standard to men, you know? But too many, like, you know, the standard depends on the gender. Well, we have a word for that. It's called sexist, you know? And it is. Like, that is sexist. You're on gender. The person doesn't get to choose. It doesn't, you know. And in this regard, like, it doesn't make any difference, right? Don't get me wrong. There are certain areas where gender... well, actually, I guess I shouldn't even use gender, because the way gender is used these days... I do mean sex. I mean the biological sex, right? That's why, and I'm just saying that I don't want to start a debate on gender and how many genders there are. Though a hint, the game of life taught me that there is X amount of genders. I wonder how long until Hasbro changes the game of life. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm understanding a person can do what they want and live how they want. If it makes you happy, whatever. But I don't know. We should also acknowledge actual realities around us, right? To try and say that gender is disconnected from sex, well, that's not true. Like, it's wholly not true. Gender and sex are completely intertwined. One is describing the actual physical reality, and the other is describing the roles. But it is the roles based upon that physical reality, right? That's so try and say that like they're completely. Well, no, they're not. And the fact that you're lying about that kind of belies that your position doesn't really hold a lot of merit, now does it? Because you're outright lying. Like, you're outright fabricating and twisting words and using semantics to make things sound entirely different from the way they actually are. Eat. Gets the meat. That's a pretty donut. Looks just like a jelly bean. Ah, what the heck is it? Oh. Okay, what are we looking at? Ah, damn it. Let's do it this way. Oh, wow, I'm live for a half hour already. That's one thing, too. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a bit of an announcement to make. But for this announcement, I am going to share it onto Facebook. Because I got a nice little...
Close the door. Change your apron.
Be right back. Oh. Hello, whoever you are. I'm just grabbing a drink. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Great, never mind. Wife is telling the kid to come ask me for help for whatever.
I want you to open my bedtime snack.
Your bedtime snack. Alright, there you go. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream. Just about to share this over Facebook too. Because I have a personal announcement to make. Nobody needs to listen to that. I don't want to. Mom's getting angry being moms. I get it, I do. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright. What's the time? About 40 minutes? Well, just close to. Wink, wink. Oh, jeez, I got it. Oh. Oh, because I was sharing. Yes, that's right. So I would have been my own viewer. Like, oh, I had 2 people. Not really. It just thought I was one of my viewers. Alright. What is on my... Alright. Okay. And there, alright. Now for the personal announcement. I've come to a personal decision. This is kind of a 420 personal decision. That I'm going from being the living embodiment of the sublime 2-joint song to, yeah, I'm stopping. It's one of those, I don't know, I personally am actually supportive of marijuana being legal and being used and everything else. But the problem is I am at a point where it is a literal addiction, and I don't like anything having power over me. And honestly, financially, I could use the extra money. I don't need to be needing to run to the shed anymore. That said, like I say, I am supportive of it, so like I don't think I'm fully quitting. I think I'm just quitting buying, and I'll just do it the odd time when I have run into an old friend or, you know, that sort of thing. Because I don't have anything against it, but the problem is that when I have it, I can't not go out. You know, like I've you know, since I quit smoking cigarettes, I've kind of used marijuana as a replacement for that. And you know, like I say, I don't like being addicted to anything. You know, an addiction means that thing, whatever you're addicted to, whether it's good or bad or blah blah blah, is power. Oh no, my mic. Oh, I really need to invest in a new headset. Oh, there, it's back now. But yeah, I think I'm, you know, I don't like something having the power over me. So we'll quit it long enough that it no longer has power over me. I decide when and how much I want to. You know, if I only want 1 joint at the end of the day, I can have just 1 joint at the end of the day. It isn't, oh, I have a bag of weed, so, you know, it's been an hour, so I need to go smoke. So I think it'll be better for my health. I think it'll be better for my head a little bit, although we'll see. It is my... Oh, I lost my viewer. They must not be into the whole weed thing. They're probably watching for the game, and then I'm talking all about weed. Oh well. Like I said, I did share this to Facebook and said that I got a personal... But yeah, I decided that 420 this year was going to be it. Now, due to complications, I was almost out for 420, but I still had a little bit, so technically today is like my first smoke-free day. But yeah, no, I saved some money. Hopefully that'll help out. Clear my head a bit. Make me not so tired when I'm playing the game, I think. We'll see. But it's one of those, you know, when a person is serious about quitting, they'll do something like this where you'll make that big announcement, and that way you've put it out there, that idea, that thought, and you're more likely to stick to it. And yeah, I really want to stick to this. Like I say, it's one of those, like, I'm not against it. I actually am pro-cannabis, with one exception. I am adamant that a person shouldn't do it before the age of 25. The reason for this is actually quite simple. The studies are accurate, and I myself am living proof. As a child, I tested with an IQ of 176 on the old 200-point scale. This puts me 3 points higher than Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I'm not that smart anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still somebody who has a head on their shoulders. But I have literally, for all intended purposes, smoked myself retarded. Now, I know some people don't like terminology like the word retarded, but that is actually the definition use of the word. You know, like, really. I'm retarding my own brain functions by engaging in heavy cannabis use long before age 25. And yeah, I know firsthand that, yeah, no, before age 25, while the brain is still developing, it can have long-term effects. That said, after 25, other than health complications from smoking issues, depending on the way you imbibed marijuana, it has an issue there. And edibles, there is certain issues with edibles. But THC in and of itself, CBD in and of itself, they don't have a physical addiction. So even though, like, I'm saying I'm addicted, it's a mental addiction. It's not an actual physical addiction. That's why I'm supportive of it. You know, even coffee has an actual physical addiction. You know, like, caffeine has a physical addiction. THC doesn't. So, like, I am supportive, but not before 25. And I mean, I know lots of people who've done it before then. Like I say, I started when I was 11. I got heavy as a teenager, but early, like 11 to about 14, it was just here and there, right? But 15 on, well, 14 on, really, I was pretty heavy. I was pothead, and then I went chronic, and then I pulled back a bit, more or less just because I couldn't afford it. I was a single dad and just literally didn't have the money. And then, like I say, for the last couple of years, you know, I'm what I refer to as a closet pothead, because I am definitely a pothead. Up until I've quit now, I did it all the time, more than even those close to me probably realize. And I don't want to say how much. I don't want to incriminate myself with certain individuals who could or could not watch this. But yeah, I was the living embodiment of the Two Joints Sublime song. Like, I didn't, because, like I say, I used it initially as a replacement for cigarettes, and that's kind of where it fit in. So, you know, because I didn't smoke cigarettes anymore, for an aftertoke, well, I just smoked 2 joints, right? My joint was an aftertoke for my joint. But yeah, no, I've been going through more than I want to go through, and I find it impossible for me to slow down while I have it. Like, literally, like, I can't not do it if it's around. So, I'm just not going to have it around until I can get a grasp on it, right? You got to take responsibility. And, you know, sometimes that requires admitting to something that you don't want to admit to. You know, I don't want to admit to... There's lots of... You know, while I have some friends that are pro-cannabis and whatnot, there's a reason I'm a closet pothead. That, you know, I don't wear it openly. I'm not, you know... It's like, I also know a lot of people who aren't into that culture. And so I you know, this really isn't something that I kind of want to throw out there. My own kids could possibly watch this, right? And I don't want them to get the wrong idea, you know? But, you know, like, if alcohol is fine, cannabis should be fine. It's literally better than alcohol. You know, and if we're going to say that's fine, let's be honest about it. And like I say, let's be honest. Like, while I'm pro, I'm also fully willing to admit that doing it regularly before age 25 is a bad idea. Unless, because Because I mean, while I recognize, because like I say, I was super genius level, and I'm not anymore. Like, I'm still smart, but I'm not super genius anymore. So I know firsthand that it definitely has an effect. I don't, personally, I actually don't regret it though. That's kind of why I literally started doing it. Something that's alluded to when people look into it, but a person who isn't that way can't. I don't know. I don't think it's something that a person who hasn't been there can really understand. You know, it's because as a child being that smart, ignorance is bliss. Okay, and part of the innocence of childhood is that ignorance as well, is not being jaded, right? You look through the world without judgment. You know, you don't see a lot of the evils and malevolence that exist in the world. But when you're that smart, you can't not see it. Only your brain literally isn't developed to the point where you can actually properly process those concepts. So it's torture. Like, I suffered through so much, and I mean, there was more to my depression than just being smart, but being stupid smart was the biggest factor in my depression. I was too smart to not notice the evils that went on daily around me, and yeah, my brain wasn't mature enough for me to grasp with these concepts, you know, to be able to. There's all these children dying, but there's all these charities and whatnot helping, you know. So it's yeah, there's bad in the world. There's lots of bad, but there's also lots of good, and you know, now I'm able to. So, but like I say, I don't regret it because I did it to slow down my thinking, and it worked. When I think about it grand scale, I think humanity, you know, not to be like hyperbolic about it, but I think it's a loss for humanity. You know, losing any super genius like that, having any super genius turn their back on their genius, is a loss for the world. None of us have any idea what I could have done if I hadn't turned my back on it, right? Especially, I was a full brainer, you know what I mean? I wasn't a left or a righty at the time. I used both. I was very artistic, and I was very mathematical and logical, and I could work with abstract ideas. I could work with logic ideas. So like, now I'm more of, I think it's right leaning is what it's. I can't remember. But the more logic and logic oriented, less creative. That's mostly where I reside these days. But yeah, as a kid, I was, you know, I did it all, man. I was big into art, and I was awesome at it.